How much engine protection do you really get from that $5 oil filter you grabbed at the parts store, or that $30 one your dealership swears by? What if I told you the difference between the two could decide whether your engine lasts 300,000 miles or fails before 150,000? Most drivers think all filters do the same job: catch dirt, clean oil, done. But oil filtration is not that simple. Inside every filter, tiny design choices, from the micron rating of the media to the bypass valve spring tension, determine how much wear your engine accumulates every single mile. And while dealerships want you to believe OEM filters are premium, many of them are rebranded budget filters built to hit cost targets, not protect engines long-term. In this video, we're exposing the oil filter myths that dealerships don't want you to know, including the shocking truth about how some high-end filters let 70% more metal particles circulate through your oil. Stick around, because by the end, you'll know exactly which filters save thousands in repairs and which ones are silently shortening your engine's life. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's open up what's really inside your oil filter. Myth number 1: all oil filters are basically the same. Most drivers believe oil filters are interchangeable. As long as they fit, they work. You walk into any auto parts store and see walls of filters ranging from $5 to $30, and you figure they all do the same thing. Dealerships reinforce this by selling OEM filters at premium prices, while some aftermarket ones are practically given away. You're thinking, save money, grab the cheap one, move on with your life. But here's the dirty secret: SAE tribology data shows particle size directly determines wear rate. We're talking about microscopic particles that act like sandpaper on your bearings, cylinder walls, and valve train. GM's internal fleet testing found 50% less wear going from a 40 micron to 30 micron filter, and 70% less wear with a 15 micron filter. That difference compounds over thousands of miles. Here's the kicker: cheap filters often skip efficiency ratings or use vague claims like meets OEM specs. Premium filters like Mobil 1 M1113 are rated 99.7% at 25 microns, meaning they trap virtually all harmful particles at that size. Meanwhile, traditional cellulose filters may only trap 50 to 60% at 40 microns. That's letting almost half the abrasive contamination recirculate through your engine every second it's running. Instead, you should always check Multipass ISO 16889 beta efficiency. Look for greater than or equal to 99% at 20 to 25 microns. Stick to brands like Mobil 1, Bosch Distance Plus, or Fram Endurance that publish actual test data. Sharper filtration reduces abrasive wear dramatically and extends oil life by up to 25% in high-mileage engines. Ford F1 55.4-liter, Triton and Chevy Silverado 5.3 LS engines show lower wear metals in used oil analysis when using high-efficiency filters. $8 more per change over 150,000 miles equals roughly $240. Average engine rebuild, $4,000 or more. But the next myth hides something even worse. Your premium filter might not even be filtering at all. Myth number 2: OEM filters are always the best. You've probably been told at the dealership that OEM filters are engineered specifically for your vehicle, and that using anything else voids warranties or causes problems. They charge you $22 for that genuine part with the manufacturer's logo stamped on it, and you pay it because you want the best for your car. The truth is, many OEM filters are private labeled by third-party companies that also make cheaper aftermarket versions, sometimes from the same production line. Your genuine Toyota filter might come from the same factory as the $8 alternative sitting 3 shelves down. Cut-open comparisons show identical internal designs between OEM and budget equivalents. Example: Toyota Denso OEM versus Wix 51348. Same base plate, same media pleat density, same bypass valve design. The only difference is the paint and the logo. Independent testing confirms zero performance gap between them. The simple fix is to buy by specification, not logo. Cross-reference micron rating, construction quality, and bypass valve PSI rating. Use resources like filter cross-reference guides or cut-open comparison videos to see what's actually inside before you pay dealership markup. You get equal or better filtration at half the cost. Honda J-Series V6 engines in Accord and Pilot models show no wear metal increase using Wix XP over OEM in controlled fleet testing. Your engine doesn't know or care about the logo on the canister. It responds to filtration efficiency and structural integrity. Dealership price, $22. Independent aftermarket with identical internals, $9. Over 10 years of oil changes, that's hundreds of dollars saved with zero sacrifice in protection. Still trust that genuine label? Wait until you hear what's actually inside some of those expensive filters, and why price might be the biggest lie of all. Myth number 3. Expensive filters always mean better protection. Most people think price equals quality when it comes to oil filters. You see a $25 performance or racing filter and assume it must be superior to the $10 option. The marketing makes promises about maximum flow and extended protection, so you pay extra believing you're getting extra. But here's what they don't tell you. Lab teardown data from MaverickTruckClub.com shows premium-priced filters using thin canisters and low-mass media that fail early under heat cycles. Price often reflects marketing budget and packaging, not engineering quality. The Fram Extra Guard at roughly $5 versus Fram Endurance at roughly $13 comparison revealed the Endurance has a stronger center tube, synthetic media, and 25,000-mile durability, while a $20 boutique performance brand tore at 10,000 miles in accelerated testing. The expensive one failed first. And let's be real, some of these high-priced filters are all show and no substance. Here's what the pros actually do. Compare structural specs, burst strength in PSI, and anti-drain back material quality. Silicone valves outperform nitrile for preventing dry starts. Look at actual construction, not brand reputation. This prevents dry starts, maintains oil pressure consistency, and gives you real protection instead of marketing hype. Dodge Ram Hemi and Silverado 6.0-liter engines benefit from high-flow yet robust synthetic media. You need both capacity and strength. Spending smart at $10 to $13 beats overpaying for marketing-heavy racing filters that perform worse. Bottom line, you're not paying for better filtration, you're paying for a fancy box and endorsements. If you're finding this information valuable, hit that like button to help other car owners discover these truths. But price isn't the only lie. Sometimes your filter stops filtering altogether and you'd never know it. Myth number 4. If the check engine light isn't on, the filter's fine. Many drivers assume filter issues would trigger a warning light or some kind of notification on the dashboard. You figure modern cars have sensors for everything, so if something was wrong with oil filtration, you'd know about it. Your owner's manual talks about oil pressure sensors, so the system must be monitoring filter health, right? What they don't tell you is, the oil system rarely has dedicated filter clog or bypass sensors. Your oil pressure light only comes on when pressure drops critically low, which means damage is already happening. By the time you get a warning, your bearings and valve train have been running on contaminated oil for thousands of miles. GM fleet testing from the California DTSC report found oil pressure drops of 8 to 15 psi in high-mileage units due to bypass valve fatigue, long before any dash light appeared. That pressure loss allows metal-to-metal contact and accelerated wear. One subscriber with a Ford 5.4 Triton saw bearing damage at 120,000 miles. Oil looked fine, no warning lights, but the filter was completely clogged and bypassing constantly. Instead, you should replace filters at every change. 5,000 miles for conventional oil, 7.5 to 10,000 for synthetic, or when doing oil analysis, showing high insolubles above 0.5%. Don't wait for a light that may never come. This prevents low pressure wear on bearings and valve train components. High-mileage Ford Modular V8s and Jeep 4.0-liter engines are especially sensitive to low oil pressure and poor bypass control. These engines will punish you for ignoring filter maintenance. One extra filter yearly at roughly $10 versus a spun bearing repair at $2,000 to $5,000. You do the math. But even new filters can fail silently, and it's often because of one cheap component you never see inside that canister. Myth number 5. The filter doesn't affect oil life. Only the oil does. Most drivers obsess over oil brands, synthetic versus conventional, and drain intervals, but completely ignore the filter. You spend extra on premium synthetic oil, then slap on a $5 filter and call it good. The thinking is that oil quality determines protection, and the filter is just along for the ride. The truth is, oil longevity depends entirely on how clean it stays. Contamination shortens additive life and viscosity stability faster than time alone. Your expensive synthetic oil breaks down prematurely when it's constantly circulating dirt and metal particles that accelerate oxidation and thermal breakdown. SAE paper 9.82041 shows particle load increases oxidation rate by more than 50%. Here's the thing. Cheap filters reach saturation at roughly 6 grams of debris capacity, while premium synthetic media hold more than 28 grams. When a filter saturates, it bypasses everything, turning your oil into a particle slurry that ages faster and protects less. Here's what you need to do. Use high-capacity synthetic filters when running extended life oils like Mobil 1 EP or AmSoil Signature. The filter and oil are a system, upgrading one without the other leaves protection on the table. This keeps oil chemistry stable longer, with safe drain intervals up to 10 to 12,000 miles, verified by used oil analysis. Chevy Impala 3.8 V6 and Ford Escape 2.5-liter engines maintain low oxidation numbers and stable viscosity using synthetic filters paired with quality oil. $13 filter plus synthetic oil equals roughly $70 per 10,000 miles. Compare that to $45 for cheap filter and oil every 5,000 miles. That's $90 per 10,000 miles. You actually save money while getting better protection. Subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more money-saving automotive insights. And that brings us to the real truth. Dealerships profit when you stay misinformed. So here's the bottom line. Cheap filters cost less now, but can cost thousands later in accelerated wear. Expensive filters aren't automatically better. Tested, high-efficiency, well-built ones are. Dealerships often hide behind brand loyalty and genuine labeling to move high-margin parts, but you don't have to play that game. Understand your filter's specs, match it to your oil and engine type, and you'll get cleaner oil, longer life, and fewer headaches. Hit like if you found this breakdown useful and subscribe to the channel now. I'll continue to guide you through the real facts of car maintenance, saving you thousands. If this helped you save money or learn something new, share this with a driver who still thinks all filters are the same.